In this video, I'm going to teach you how to resize your images to make them appear the best on your website. Now, depending on which element that you use, like here we've got our product features, and we have this image here, the one I'm looking at is on the left-hand side. So depending on which element you drag and drop over on here, different images are different sizes. So we can see here the suggested image size is 200 pixels by 200 pixels. Now, if we look at this as an example, all right, there's a Bitcoin image that I want to use. Now, look at the difference in the sizes here. You can see proportionately that this is nowhere near a square. 200 by 200 is a square. So of course, if you're going to resize this image to try to make it into a square, it's going to look totally different to that. So let me just show you a couple of tools that you can use. Here is one as an example, Simple Image Resizer. It's a free image resizer. It's pretty cool. So first off, we choose the dimensions, and I want it to be 200 by 200. And now I select the image from my computer. So Bitcoin, and now I want to resize it. Let it do its magic. Now it's done, so we can download it. It's a pretty good free tool. So that's what it's going to look like. So if we compare it to the original, proportionately, it is way different to the original, but it's still pretty acceptable for this application. Now, it's going to depend on what images that you actually use yourself. So an idea is to put the measurement into Google Images when you're searching for images. So here I've got Bitcoin accepted here, 200 by 200. Okay. Here's our image we used before, so that's definitely not 200 by 200, so it's not 100% correct. But this first one, 800 by 800, well, that'll work because that's a square, 800 by 800. So if we go and reduce that, it's going to make it proportionally smaller. But this looks strange, doesn't it? See how that's a rectangle, it's not a square. So if we click on the image, we can see, it is a square. So this one here would be a great image that we could use. Another service that you could use is Fiverr, and that's a website that has people that do all sorts of different jobs for $5. So you might get somebody to go and crop your images for you. So you can look here at examples here on the screen. I put in image resize and it's come up with so many different people offering that service. You can look through here and find a service provider that can go and touch up your images, as you can see here, right, or resize them. You could find somebody to go and recreate images for you. So Fiverr is a great tool to use as well. So again, what we need to do is always think of the approximate size of what the image is. If it's square and you're using a rectangular image, well, of course, it's not going to look anywhere near as good if you don't have your image pretty close to square before you go and use an image resizer.